Have you ever wondered why thousands of people from different backgrounds are embracing Islam every year? I mean, we're bombarded with these images, right? Images that make it seem like Islam is this restrictive, outdated way of life. But then you see people, everyday people, finding peace and fulfillment in this religion. What's the deal with that? What is it about this religion that captivates hearts and changes lives? In this video, we're going deep, my friends. We're going to unpack the misconceptions, ditch the stereotypes, and uncover the hidden truth about why Islam is resonating with so many people. This isn't about pushing an agenda, it's about understanding. Because honestly, this whole Islam is confusing thing, that's the real narrative the media wants you to believe. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, your perspective might just do a 180. You down for that? Let's go. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room, the foundation of Islam. See, Islam boils down to this radical concept called Tawheed. I say radical because in a world obsessed with intermediaries, with worshipping everything but the Creator, Tawheed throws a major curveball. It's the belief in one God, the source of all creation, no partners, no demigods, no statue-worshipping side quests, just a direct line between you and the big guy upstairs. And you know what? People are craving that direct connection. They're tired of the middlemen, the spiritual bureaucracy. They want authenticity, something real. And that's exactly what Islam offers. It's in the Quran, Surah Al-Ikhlas, straight up, asterisk say, He is Allah the One, Allah the Eternal Refuge. He neither begets nor is born, nor is there to him any equivalent.
I remember interviewing Sarah, a convert from Christianity. She said, and I quote, "When I learned about Tawheed, it was like this huge weight lifted off my shoulders. It just made sense. This is what I had been searching for all my life."
Think about it. No more theological loopholes, no more wondering who's really in charge, just pure, unadulterated monotheism. And that simplicity, it's revolutionary. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Here comes the science versus religion debate. But hold on, because this isn't your typical showdown. See, the Quran, the holy book of Islam, dropped some serious knowledge over 1400 years ago. We're talking scientific facts that humanity only recently discovered with all our fancy technology. And no, I'm not talking vague prophecies or cryptic verses. I'm talking specific details about the stages of human embryonic development, the expanding universe, even the barrier that exists between salt and fresh water, stuff that would have blown the minds of scholars back in the day. The Quran states it clearly in Surah Al-Anbiya, verse 30. This isn't just poetic imagery, people. This is aligning with what modern science is telling us about the origins of life.
I once interviewed Dr. Omar, a renowned physicist who converted to Islam. He said to me, "I spent years studying the universe, trying to unlock its secrets, but it was the Quran that provided answers I never thought possible." How could a book from the 7th century contain such advanced scientific knowledge? For me, this was undeniable proof that Islam is the truth.
And he's not alone. There are countless scientists, doctors, researchers who've been floored by the Quran's scientific accuracy. It makes you wonder, how did a 7th century text get ahead of the game by, like, centuries? Makes you think, doesn't it? Let's be real, the world can be a dumpster fire of stress and anxiety. We're constantly bombarded with information, expectations, and this relentless pressure to hustle 24/7. It's exhausting. But here's the thing. Islam offers a counter-narrative. It's like this oasis of peace in the middle of a chaotic desert.
See, Islam emphasizes a direct connection with God, right? And that connection isn't some abstract concept. It's cultivated through prayer, through remembrance of God, through living a life guided by moral principles. And you know what happens when you prioritize those things? You find peace, real, lasting peace. I remember talking to John, a Wall Street hotshot who had it all: money, success, the corner office. But he was miserable. He told me I had everything society told me I needed to be happy, but I felt empty inside. It wasn't until I embraced Islam that I found true contentment. The peace I feel now is something I never thought possible.
And John's story isn't unique. Millions of Muslims around the world will tell you that their faith is their anchor, their source of strength and serenity in a world that's constantly trying to knock them off balance. It's about finding purpose beyond the material, connecting with something greater than yourself. Let's be honest, the media hasn't exactly painted the most flattering picture of Islam, have they? It's all terrorism, extremism, and women being oppressed. But here's the thing, that narrative, it's a carefully constructed caricature. It's designed to make you afraid, to make you suspicious, to make you not want to learn more.
But what if I told you that the vast majority of Muslims are just regular people trying to live their lives? What if I told you that Islam actually emphasizes kindness, compassion, and respect for all? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Think about that for a second. The very core of Islam is rooted in good character." I'll never forget the time I met Emily, a woman who'd converted to Islam despite growing up surrounded by Islamophobic rhetoric. She said, "Everything I thought I knew about Islam was wrong." It was only when I met actual Muslims that I realized how wrong I was. They were kind, welcoming, and genuinely lived by their faith.
And that's the thing, isn't it? We've let the media spoon-feed us this distorted image of Islam and we haven't bothered to question it. But the truth is, the best way to understand Islam isn't through biased headlines, it's through genuine human connection. Go talk to a Muslim, have an open conversation, and you might be surprised by what you discover. So we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about the simplicity of belief in one God, the mind-blowing scientific accuracy of the Quran, the peace and purpose that Islam brings to people's lives, and the stark contrast between media portrayals and the reality of Muslims. But here's the thing, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to Islam than we could ever cover in one video, but hopefully this has sparked your curiosity, made you question some assumptions, and maybe even opened your mind to a different perspective. The Quran says in Surah Al-An'am, verse 125, and that guidance, that openness to truth, it's available to everyone. If you're intrigued, if something's resonating with you, don't let this be where it ends. Go do your own research, read the Quran for yourself, talk to Muslims, and most importantly, keep an open mind. So, what do you say? Are you ready to take that first step? The journey to truth can be daunting, but trust me, it's worth it. And hey, you don't have to do it alone. There's a whole community of people out there who've been on this journey, and they're ready to welcome you with open arms. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others so more people can discover the truth. Let's break down these stereotypes and start a conversation based on understanding and respect. Because at the end of the day, we're all just searching for something real, something to believe in, and who knows, you might just find it in the most unexpected of places. Peace.